I'm Belinda Sandor, also known as Rocket Girl. Today, we're going to talk about this concept of hiding your weaknesses. Hey, everybody, welcome. Come on in to the RocketGirl Show. For those of you joining us for the first time, I'm Belinda Sandor, and I am the founder of the VA Connection, where I coach and mentor establishing and aspiring virtual assistants to create, grow, and scale their virtual assistant businesses. And I work with my students in my free online community, my courses, and coaching programs. And today I'm going to be your host for the RocketGirl Show. And this airs weekly live Thursday at 11:30. And hopefully each information is packed with useful information about what it takes to be a successful virtual assistant. Whether you've you've just started out or you've been a VA for a while. So I'd love to hear where you're coming in from. Let me know in the comments. Hello, hello, hello. So Maria's here from Pennsylvania. Mary Reed is here. Good morning. Pam is here. Hello. So let me know. So I want to tell you, I would love to hear where you're coming in from. And also, I want to tell you that we are streaming all over the place. We are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, we are on LinkedIn, and we are on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, I would love for you to click the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you'll be notified every time we go live. Now, we have over 600 videos over there. My team and I are reworking the playlist and bringing it a whole next level, and I'm very excited about it. So definitely check that out. So we've got Amy is here from Texas. Mary is in Arkansas. Meredith is in Alberta, Canada. And Carol's here from Northwest Montana. Awesome. Welcome, you guys. Come on in. So today we're going to talk about why we don't want to hide our weaknesses. So I want to tell you a little story. So I have chickens. I have 8 chickens in my backyard. They all have names. They're pets. They are members of the family. Now, chickens do something really interesting. When they are sick, they hide. And what I mean by that is, like, one day, one of my little chickens, she wasn't feeling well. And the way that I knew was I had thrown treats, all over the floor. And she wasn't even looking at them. She was sort of looking away like this, like, don't look at me, don't look at me. And I thought, that's really strange behavior. Now, the reason that the reason that they do that is because they want to stay safe. They don't want to expose the flock, and they don't want to expose a weakness in themselves, because then they are prey, right? They become prey, and they don't want to do that. Now, for virtual assistants and virtual assistants who are aspiring, we have a tendency to hide what we don't know. And I know that part of that is we're natural problem solvers, but the key of being a problem solver is not in always knowing the answer. It's much bigger than that. It's about knowing the question, right? You can solve anything if you come up with a series of questions. And so, it's okay to not have all the answers. And the more comfortable you can get with that, the faster your business is going to grow. And so part of what I hear, I heard in my head, and what I hear from you is, if you're in a situation where you need to know something and you don't want to talk about it, it's because we don't want to be a burden, right? We don't want to ask for help. We don't want to take people's time. We might even go as far, and if we do, this is a mindset shift to be made, as thinking that if we ask someone a question about, how to do something, that they'll resent you, or they'll think you're freeloading, right? That I could see where that thought would come in, right? Another thought is that I should be able to figure it out alone, right? So you keep trying the same thing over and over, or working hours and hours, really trying to solve the problem. And we don't have to do it alone. We're in a community, especially those of you who are in VA school and the VIP club and my other programs. You absolutely have a place to come to ask your questions. So don't feel like you need to do it alone. It's actually faster and smarter to ask someone else. And I always do this. All right. Now, here's the big one. We don't want to be judged, right? We're afraid that, in our head, we think, well, if we were smarter, or if we had a clue, or if we, fill in the blank, we're more high tech. If we hadn't taken a break from work for 10 years, if we hadn't, there's just so much stuff in there, then we should know this, right? We should know how to do this. And that is going to really slow down your progress when you're trying to get out there. Okay. So if any of this resonates with you, I'd love to hear in the chat. And you're going to have to replace those thoughts. And I'm going to give you the turnaround here. And I'm also going to show you a picture of some of my chickens. Okay. This is a bonus today. So these are some of my girls. All right. So this is Lillian. This is Abigail. This is Lavinia. This is Charlotte. And this is Henrietta back here. Okay. These are my people. Now, as a natural problem solver, like I said, the key, and I'm saying this again because it's so important, the key is not having the answers. The key is to know what questions to ask to get the information. Because I want you to know that asking for help is smart, right? Asking for help is powerful. It's also liberating, right? Because I want you to remember, you're a business owner now, right? You're a business owner. And I want you to stop acting like a chicken, stop feeling like you have to know all the answers. There is such a powerful place to stand in being a good problem solver and question asker. The other thing that is critical when being a successful virtual assistant, two things that I'm thinking of. One is to be a champion Googler. That really is the number one skill, I think, to be a champion Googler. And the other is to have the attitude of, I'll figure it out. I'm not going to bail. I'm going to, figure this out and go in and get help and all the things. So really think about that where no matter where you are in your business, that it's important to ask for help. It's important not to hide your weaknesses, whether it's asking your clients about the project you're working on or your fellow VAs, about a tool or, a skill that you want to learn. Please rely on each other. All right. And the community. Good. Now, a lot of you are new to us. You came in during the Kickstart Your VA Business training in the last week. And some of you joined VA school. For those of you who did, welcome. We're thrilled to have you. And some of you decided not to. And that's, that's okay too. And I want you to be a part of my free online classroom called the VA Connection. So if you're on Facebook and you don't know about my main Facebook group, please join us. Put the VA Connection in the search bar at the top of Facebook. Come on over, click the join button. I'd love to have you answer the questions so we can get to know you and join us. We have almost 32,000 people in 47 countries in our group. And it's a vast resource for information and training just like that, like this. So be sure to join us. Okay. All right, everybody. I'm Belinda Sandor, Rocket Girl, signing off for now. Bye-bye.